This is the most delicate of medical procedures. The surgeons here are removing one side of this little girl's brain to treat her severe epilepsy.
Okay, we're going to come.
It's a rare, last resort operation on an organ we still know so little about. It's almost impossible to fathom how difficult a decision this is, to remove half your precious child's brain. Almost as difficult as it is to believe that anyone could function after such a radical operation. But this procedure is all about providing a life as close to normal as possible.
It's just insane that this is her life, you know, that she has been through so much.
I see you! Look at all the boards up there!
There's no way that I could have gone through what she's gone through and be as cheerful and joyful and, you know, active as she is.
I am way out of the sky!
You're all the way in the sky.
In many ways, Sasha Sabet is like any normal 6-year-old girl, outgoing and playful.
Hi, Joy!
But in reality, she's not. At just 15 months of age, her single mum, Shana, was told her baby would require a simple and routine operation to remove water from the brain. It changed their lives forever.
Something went wrong during that procedure, and she started having seizures in the hospital shortly following that.
So she went into this operation as a child with absolutely no sign of epilepsy.
Correct.
And she came out of the operation with seizures.
Correct.
How do you describe that sense of anger you must feel?
I don't even think anger is the right term.
It doesn't cut it?
No, not at all. I'm so much more than angry. I mean, they completely desecrated the life of my child.
The seizures hit Sasha every month, always with an emergency dash to hospital. They last on average 3 hours, all the while ravaging her brain. For her mum, the episodes are heartbreaking, and because the medication doesn't work for her daughter, impossible to control. What is it that you're most worried about?
Well, the thing I'm most worried about is that one of these days, one of these seizures could kill her. And that's really hard.
Of course it is, poor thing.
But, you know.
You're getting happy snap of mum.
Yeah, so happy.
Imagine, if you will, you feel a little funny. Can't really describe it. Next thing you know, you're kind of coming out of a fog. Visually, the room's kind of spinning around and you don't know what's going on, and then it starts to get some clarity. That's a seizure. Your brain just got hijacked. So the operation we'll do tomorrow is we'll take out a central wedge of tissue. So I'm going to come
Dr. Gary Mathen is a paediatric neurosurgeon at the UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles. His scans show the damage the epilepsy has already done to Sasha's brain.
The areas of red is where the brain's working normally, and the area of blue or dark color is where the brain is not working normally. Most of the right hemisphere is not. You're ending the nightmare.
Yeah, and it is a nightmare. I mean, I don't sleep. I
Right.
have her on a video monitor. I don't sleep.
Dr. Mathen believes Sasha's only chance at life, a normal life, is a hemispherectomy, a procedure that he's performed on nearly 200 children. He removes the part of the brain that causes the seizures. In Sasha's case, she will lose her entire right hemisphere.
It's hard. It sounds like science fiction to me.
Correct. And this is the reality. It's theoretical until you're sitting in this chair and you're talking to the guy that's going to do it. And it's no longer a theory, it's a reality with a surgical date.
Did you get wet? Sasha goes into surgery tomorrow. What makes Shana's decision even more complicated is that while this operation is Sasha's only chance to stop the epilepsy, there is no guarantee it will work. Dr. Mathan won't even know if he's removing the correct side of the brain until after Sasha comes out of surgery.
If you've taken out half the brain and you still have seizures, where are the seizures coming from? The other side.
So you won't know until after the operation?
Correct. When we fail, we have a tendency to fail in a very spectacular fashion. So it's like a switch. You either got it or you don't got it.
And there is no way to know that you've got it?
Unless you do it. So for families, this is incredibly scary.
He doesn't know if he's taking the right part out.
Right.
Until he operates. And how worrying is that for you?
Are you kidding? Of course. Of course that's a worry. I mean, it's been a process to make this decision, and it's the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. And it's just, I think it's just the right decision. I think it's the only thing that we can do at this point.
1, 2, 3.
Did you
Three.
Good girl.
I talked to her today, actually, about it, about going into the hospital and going in to see the doctors tomorrow. And she said, are they going to give me a shot? And I said, well, maybe just a little one. And then they're going to give you something to make you not have seizures anymore. And she said, no seizures. And it was wonderful. So I think she understands that. I think she understands that.
Okay, we're gonna make a left turn here.
There we go.
It's okay.
This will be the longest, most excruciating day for Shana, for she's just put her daughter's life in Dr. Mathan's hands.
Okay. We've got a whole group of people to take care of her. Okay? We've got a whole group of people. And they've done it before. And they'll do it again.
In theatre, the focus is all on Sasha. The first step in this 8-hour operation is to expose her brain.
That looks bad.
They only get one chance to get it right, so before they remove anything, they need to confirm with electrodes that the affected area is as bad as they thought.
But that looks ugly. Wow.
It is, and so with incredible precision, they start to remove Sasha's right hemisphere. Downstairs, an anxious Shana gets the update.
Is everything okay?
She's doing great. No problems, no complications at all. Everything's going really well.
It's incredible, but by taking away half her brain, doctors are giving Sasha so much more. In young children, the remaining brain takes over the function of the missing half. The right side is linked to creativity, reasoning and emotion. And so for Sasha, the left side will step in and compensate. And what about personality? Are there any changes if you
I don't know where personality is. I've taken out right hemispheres, I've taken out left hemispheres, and the children come back with the same personality afterwards as they were before surgery. I don't know where behavior is. And if they were nasty little buggers before, they'll be nasty little buggers afterwards.
You've described being able to drive as one of your greatest personal successes. Why is that?
I think for me, once getting out of surgery, when the doctors told me that I couldn't do it, it just gave me even more motivation to try.
So you're happy when you're behind the wheel?
Oh, I'm ecstatic when I'm behind the wheel.
23-year-old Christina Sandhouse is a dynamo. Alongside her proud driving career, she's a 10-pin bowling ace.
Could be.
Nice try.
Recently graduated with honours, got her master's degree and has just landed her first job as a speech pathologist. Not bad for a girl with only half a brain. Do you think of yourself as someone with half a brain?
I try not to. But every once in a while, and this is going to sound funny, but if I move my head too fast, I kind of feel a swishing because you figure the right hemisphere isn't there, but that space is filled with spinal fluid, so it's water. So if I shake my head, then I'll start feeling the waves of the ocean. So then I get a little reality check. Oh yeah, the whole thing's not up there.
Christina was 7 years old when her seizures started as a slight twitch in her ankle. Within months, she was having 100 seizures a day, and her parents, Al and Lynn, were told she faced certain death.
Watching a little girl go from a soccer player to someone in a wheelchair in a matter of months was very painful.
I didn't know how to help her. They took over like a demon. They just took over her whole body. You know, it started with a little shake, and before you know it, she was on the floor, shaking uncontrollably.
Incredibly, it was Christina who told doctors she wanted to have the right half of her brain removed. And 16 years after the surgery, like all kids who go through the procedure, she has limited use of the opposite side of her body, her left arm and leg. Her peripheral vision is also affected, and for a while she found it hard to focus. But she believes she's gained so much more than she's lost.
I'm so happy. Life is good.
So I guess the message is you can have only half a brain and not only function, but you can thrive.
Absolutely. Who would have thought? I guess that's the magic of life. You just don't know. I was granted this awesome second life.
So does the brain still amaze you?
I'm marveled by how much we can use it and our treatments. What hurts is I often will see a person who is in their teens or 20s who's been seizing since they were, let's say, 1 or 2 years old. Now they're in their 20s. They don't have that plasticity, and they're not surgical candidates anymore.
Why aren't they getting into your hands?
There are people out there, physicians and others, who view epilepsy surgery as something of last resort. That has to end.
Back in theatre, and after 8 hours, Sasha's marathon surgery is coming to an end. The prognosis should be good. Sasha is young and there were no complications. But Dr. Mathan won't know if she's seizure-free for another 6 months.
So, the best thing that you want on a day like today is for me to come out and tell you it was another day at the office. And that's what it was, another day at the office. It's over. Okay? It's over. This is the part where you get to hug the surgeon.
Just moments after surgery, Mum and little Sasha are reunited. But it doesn't take long for Sasha to do what she does best, let the world know what she thinks.
We promised Mom we wouldn't take out her personality. Still there. All right. Sasha!
What?
Where are you?
Babe, I'm tired.
The first thing that I thought about when they told me that they wanted to do this for her was, what if I lose her?
I'll leave you alone. Come on. All right, that's good. We'll leave you alone.
What Sasha will I be getting back? You know, and every person that I've asked, they all tell me that you're going to be getting a better version of her back. You're going to be getting a better version of her back, and you just have to believe.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.